Good evening. You all know this is your girl Destiny, and she's back with another video. This is a topic that I have talked on around different things within this subject that you will hear me talking about tonight. So let's get ready for some exciting information that is really going to set your growing into your higher and conscious state of being at a whole nother level. Are you ready out there? Hey, hit the comment box. Say, I'm ready, Destiny. I'm ready, Destiny. I'm ready, Destiny. Destiny is ready to bring it. So, good evening. Namaste. It is Friday, November 8th, 2019. And let's get started because this may take me a little while because I want to get through this, but I want to express some things. Now, I'm going to tell you the topic in a few minutes. Now, we are talking about our ego. Our ego is being our lower consciousness state of being. That is that part of us, that selfish part of us, that overpowering, manipulative side of us, the controlling mechanism that runs all these negative thoughts and all these negative feelings and emotions and vibes and seeing all the pains and the griefs. And the ego has kept us enslaved, basically our entire life. So all of those thoughts and things that we think out of our mouth is not coming from our soul. Our soul conscious is our higher and our greatest self. It's our God consciousness state of being. That's your highest level of consciousness that you can reach. But there's a war between your soul and your ego. And I know you heard people have spoken about the dark night of the soul, the death of the ego. Yes, that is something, like I said, we are warring against. But a lot of times we think that these thoughts are coming out of our heads and coming out of our thinking. These thoughts are coming from your ego. So my topic today is, you are not your thoughts. And I'm going to get right into this. So let's get ready for a spiritual awakening like you ain't never experienced tonight. Destiny is here and I love you guys. So please pay close attention. Turn up your antennas and block everything else out because I have a message coming to you from the universe. Take this, take it, and run with it and live with it, okay? So let's get started. And just keep in mind the two wars, the ego and your soul. And you don't want to deal with your ego because the ego has controlled you all your entire life. It has warred against your soul because your soul is your higher and greater conscious self, and it did not want you to wake up. That's why so many people have been sleeping so long, because the soul had its hands on you from day one. It's been controlling, manipulating, and lying and deceiving you and just sending all kinds of thoughts and negative vibes and negative emotions and feelings and hurts and pains and abuse, whatever you want to name it. The soul had its hand on it. We did not know any better because, like I said, we fell asleep and we became comfortable with having someone steering our lives. But your soul never gave up on you. And it's been calling us up to a higher, greater self, because that is where the Creator, your divine source in God, has created us to be in this likeness and in this image, and to be our greater and higher authentic self, our higher, greater conscious state of being. So you are not your thoughts. Now, in case you haven't noticed, you have a mental dialogue going on inside of your head that never stops. Now, I just told you that is the ego. Yap, do this, do that. No, you can't do this, you should do that. All that dialogue, all those thoughts running back and forth out of your head, it's not you. It's not you. You're not talking. It just keep going on and on and on, and just like, don't know how to shut up. And it has programmed you to believe that you are sending these thoughts outward into the universe, and that's not you talking. Have you ever wondered why it talks in there? Why it's on the inside of you, it just keeps talking and talking and talking, and it won't shut up and never stop. But the reason why you don't question and ask where these thoughts are coming from, because you became so comfortable believing that everything that's within you came from your higher state of being, and it has not. Your ego is controlling you. So how does it decide what to say and when to say it? How much of it, what it says, turns out to be true? If the ego is in control, ain't none of it's true. They don't lie to us. The ego has lied to us our entire life. So it's time to wake up. Seriously, it is time to wake up. This is a spiritual awakening, and I know that we all not here to awaken at the same time, but at least we can wake up to the point. It's like, okay, I'm hearing this. I'm hearing what they're saying. I'm not quite understanding. I don't know how this relates to my life and to my path of my journey, and I'm not used to hearing such kind of things that's been saying. But at least I can have common sense of it. Let me search the whole matter, okay? And I'm getting off again. So, how we know how much of these thoughts that's running rapidly all the time through our minds, how much of it do we believe that is true? How much can it be true? How much of what it says is even important? And if right now you are hearing those thoughts still hitting up against your mind and your brain, and it's shooting out all these words and all these things and these emotions, these feelings, then of course I know you're going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. But you know. And I don't have any voice inside of my head, and that's what you're probably out there saying now. Yes, you do. So stop saying I don't have any voices inside of my head. You have voices going off inside of your head 24/7. Even when you're sleeping, these voices are not shutting up. That's the voice that we are talking about. It's that ego. That voice that never shut up, never stops talking, because it never wants to give up the power and the control that it's had over you for your entire life. But one of the greatest insights that I have become so consciously aware of in the past 12 months is that I am not my thoughts. And I did think that for all of my life, but I've gotten to way beyond where I started out in 2014 on my spiritual journey. And when I became to my higher, greater self, that's when my third eye opened, and I realized that I am not those thoughts that was inside of my head. I became consciously aware that I was not those thoughts. And whatever thoughts or feelings that happen to show up in my head at any given moment, they do not define me, nor do they control me anymore. I know who I am. I know my divine purpose. I know why I'm here. I am a life enthusiast. I keep telling you guys. Nobody can't tell me who I am. My thoughts in my head from the ego cannot define me. And it's no longer going to control me because I've taken back my power. I know who I am. I'm a life enthusiast. I came here by the divine God, the divine creator, my higher source, so I can empower, enlighten, encourage people to become the greater and higher self through my encouragement, through my love, through my motivation, and through helping them to grow and learn how to eat a more healthy, plant-based, nutritious, holistic diet. I know who I am. They can't tell me anymore. I'm waking up totally, completely, absolutely, fully awakened now. And there is nothing more to true growth than realizing that you are not the voice of your mind. You are the one who hears it. Yes, yes, yes. You are hearing those voices, but they're not you. And if you don't understand this, then you will try to figure out which of the many things the voices says is really you. And you'll be around here all the time trying to say, oh, is this my voice? Or is that my voice? Is this my voice? Hey, you got to get to know who you are. I mean, I know it's a journey. I know it's a process. And I know it takes a whole lot of really getting up into the face of your divine power, your God. And you really got to start letting go and allowing and stop allowing so many things to manipulate you and control you and to define you. And you got to know what the universe is saying about you. Open your ears and your hearts to the voice of your God. The ego plays tricks and has played tricks all your life. You did not understand it, but you came here with the ego attached to you. You were attached to the strings of the ego. And the ego been running our games and our shows and our tricks and everything else for our entire life. And that has been something that we just have not truly, a lot of us are still asleep and has not waken up yet to understand, or even at the point of they can believe what I'm saying about this right now. See, people go through so many changes in the name of trying to find who they are, trying to find out what is my purpose, why am I here? And they want to discover which of these voices, which of these aspects are their personality, which one of these voices and these words are their true characteristics, and who they really are. People are dying out there. No, I get so many comments in the comment box on my videos, Destiny, who am I? Or I walk up, I don't care where I am, and people who know me, have heard about me, or people that just see me and they go like, there's something about you. I don't know, it's something different. You know, I want to know who I am. I want to know my purpose. I mean, strangers come up to me, want to know. They feel the divine power within me. And it's like they don't have to ever know me or ever know me, but they be asking me, people all the time, can you help me define who I am? Can you help me define my purpose? What am I here on this earth to do? I did a video out there on that before. So, which of these aspects of your personality is really you? And you have to really know that. And the answer is so simple, and it's going to blow your mind when Destiny is going to tell you this. The answer is so simple, and that to answer to that question is none of them. Yes, none of them. None of them is any aspects of your personality or who you are. That is your ego. That is the ego out to control you, to define you, to continue to program you, manipulate you, and to lead you to your very own death. So if you don't get wise and wake up and start slaying and coming out with the jackhammer and letting the ego know, no more, I'm shutting your voices out of my head. I'm not going to be controlled, manipulated by what you're saying. I'm taking back my power and my control. I'm not listening to you anymore because I know who I am. And you better turn on your peace that the universe, your God has given you. You better turn on that light so you can be illuminated. So your path, you will see from where you are to way beyond where he's trying to lead you, because that ego is out there to snatch you up and pull you right back into the darkness, that dark night of the soul. None of these voices that you're hearing going off inside your head is you. None of them. So when you realize that you are not your thoughts and you're not your emotions, you get to witness everything that is going on from a detached perspective. Instead of identifying them, you cannot identify with them. But you got to wake up, consciously wake up. There was a quote by Viktor Frankl, and this is what he said, quote, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." Unquote. Powerful, powerful quote by Viktor Frankl. Now, hearing that quote, let me say this to you. Knowing that you are not your thoughts. Okay, don't tell me you don't know that. I just told you, and you got to listen. Open up your ears and your heart chakra. Open up, allow your third eye to be open so you can get this, so you can move on into your crown chakra, to your heaven, to your highest and greatest state of consciousness. You are not your thoughts. Now, knowing that you are not your thoughts, it puts that space between the stimulus and your response. And the next time you run into a disturbing thought or emotion, just remember that it does not define you and it does not control you. You better get sassy and whatever, and you better throw up your head in the air, and you better say, "Baby, you have no power over me. Get behind me, because I am now in the forefront. I have taken back my power and my control, and I know my divine purpose, why my God has sent me here on this universe. You no longer control me. I got this. Get behind me." That's your power that you need to stand up in. You better say it. And you can actually choose whether to participate in it or not. You don't have to participate in these emotions and in these thoughts, these disturbing emotions and thoughts. You got a choice to choose. You can do it, or you don't have to. The choice is yours. Like I said, life is choice driven. And you can't walk around here always trying to blame somebody. Somebody tied me up and they told me, nobody made you do nothing. You are your self. You have the power and control over that thing you call your mouth. You better start using it. I know we allow so many people and so many things in life to manipulate us and control us. Well, now we are on our spiritual journey, and we're moving through this dimension. We're moving into a higher frequency and a level of our state, of a higher state of being, our higher greater self. It's time to wise up. It's time to wise up. We're not foolish beings. We are the Creator's greatest masterpiece. And we are God ourselves, because the greater He is in us than He just in the world. So God, we better wake up. We better start waking up. We may not be fully, constantly awakened to our greater higher self, but we better wake up enough to know that there is an enemy within us that do not want us to become our greater higher self. And that's that ego. You better believe it. I'm telling you. So it may seem like in a moment that thoughts and feelings are always fleeting. You know how they go. Okay, yeah, right. But when you wake up in the morning, you may feel as you are going to be tired and just frustrated and rested and restless all the day. But if you just get out of bed, and you got to step out of bed, and you just got to stand there and say, whatever that you trying to bring to me, that is all this negativity, it does not have to possess me or control my day, stand up and say, I take control of me. I command my day. This is going to be the greatest day of my life, the best day I have ever lived in my life. And you better start speaking it. And you wake up, like I told you, every morning with a beautiful smile on your face. And you just smile, smile, smile. When you smile so contagiously, everything around you will smile back at you. You command your day. So when you get out of that bed, you know that I have already set my order for the day to be a healthy, happy, wholesome, joyful, peaceful, loving day full of love, light, and just joy. Because I am in control of me. So you can be wide awake and totally alert within minutes when you take on that attitude. When you take on that beautiful smile and you allow yourself to say, hey, universe, here I am. Destiny, here is she's whatever your name is. I am here to take on this day, and I'm going to walk up so proudly, and I'm going to give all of my energy and all my time and all my attention to the universe. And not to what people are saying, or not to what these thoughts inside of me, the ego is sending my way. I'm not going to address any of these things. Wow, that is something. See, all thoughts and feelings, they are just like clouds in the sky. You ever notice the clouds, how they drift and they wave and they sway and they just go about their business up and down and go under and they bright and they very white and puffy and they gray and the other colors come in. Yeah, they arrive, yes, and then they float around, yes. And they float around for a little while and they tumble and they toss all over the place and then they dissipate. They just disappear sometimes. We don't see them. So I'm telling you, it's up to you to choose. If you want to get entangled into negativity, get entangled with all the negative vibes and the negative emotions and the negative thoughts, or you can just let them go. Let them go. Let them go and just trust the universe and just believe that you are your greater and your higher self, that your soul is in control, that you have the power over the ego, and that the ego has no more power than what you give to it. Baby, you're going to be super, super dynamic because you're a spiritual being, just always evolving and moving toward your greater, higher self. You got to know that. So do you struggle with listening with your inner voice? Be honest, just answer it. Do you struggle listening to your inner voice? Do you doubt yourself and every inner signal you get? And I know you do. I have done it. Yes, I lived like that for most of my entire life. Like I said, within the last 12 months. Woo, I'm so glad. I fully awakened. My third eye popped open. Man, when I shot up to my crown chakra, I was sitting on my heaven. The kingdom of God, I knew it was within me. The power was within me. I am my greater and higher self. I am my conscious state of being, the highest level of my consciousness. I am God, and so are you. So if you had those kind of thoughts, like I said, I just had, where I was struggling with my inner voice and where I was doubting myself with my inner voices every time I would speak. You weren't alone, or you are not alone. I have been there. But I'm trying to set you free, let you know that you don't have to be there any longer. You can move and allow your ears, your heart chakra to open so your soul can reach in and snatch you out of the dark night of the ego, the ego death. And you got to live because the soul is crying out, live, baby, live. Goodness. I just got deeper than I didn't know I was going there, but to power to the Creator. Let me tell you something. A decade ago, I didn't know if I could follow my heart. I didn't know anything about no seven major chakras. I didn't know anything about no spiritual awakening. I didn't know anything about Kundalini. I didn't know anything about no dark night of the soul or the death of the ego. I didn't know anything about the ego programming and manipulating and dictating my life. I didn't know anything about my soul conscious state of being. I didn't know anything. I came out of Christianity. When I came out dumber than I went in. I didn't know about my heart chakra. I didn't know about the seven major chakra, starting with my root chakra to my sacral chakra and then my solar plexus, and then I get up here to my heart, which is my most important chakra. It opens up that love center, that unconditional love of the Creator, that I begin to know who I am. That's where love just, you become like God is love. You become that love. You become that light and that peace. That peace which surpasses all understanding. And when you get there, you got your throat chakra, and that's when your voice, it takes itself to a whole nother plane, and you steer yourself totally, absolutely now away from the power of the ego, and you will stop allowing the ego to start speaking out for you and telling who you are and programming you. And the heart, your throat chakra now has the power, because if you have the power to speak your own truth. And the third eye opens, and everything around you that you did not understand or you saw and you didn't quite get it and it was not clear, the third eye opens everything up, and now you seeing and with an eye like you had never seen, with the two eyes in front of you. And your crown chakra, your heaven, your kingdom, you're sitting now with your higher, greater conscious self, because you are God on your throne. But a decade ago, I did not know that I followed my heart, that I even could follow my heart. I never heard of the concept inner wisdom. I never heard of the concept inner voice. Not to the point where I understood any of that. I did not know. I started following my interests and doing what made me feel good. But first, I had to stop letting people voices and their words and their control get into me. I had to shut them out. And I used to let people just get up under my skin. They used to wreck my nerves. I used to allow myself to be so upset and frustrated and angry and bitter, and you can't grow into your greater and higher self with animosity, with bitterness, with revenge, and with evilness and wicked thoughts that you want to do toward people. You got to come to the place where you got to let it all go, and you got to allow yourself to let the Creator to bring you up from that lower state of your conscious way of thinking, where he will allow that light to come on, and all that you can see now is no more of those things underneath you, all that hate and bitterness and frustration and anger and pain, and you want to get people back, you want to fight back, you want to war with people. No, you lose it, because when the heart center opens, the love of the Creator, your greater, higher power, the greatest love you can ever imagine, that unconditional love, it rules everything, and you will no longer feel hate, envy, and despite against people, revenge. You won't feel in those things. You can't feel nothing but peace, pure love, genuine love, and the light. All you see is the light. The light coming from the heaven that now has opened up everything for you to walk into your greater, higher self. And I really, when I got to that place, I really started following my own interests and stopped shutting everything else and people trying to tell me. And I started doing what made me feel good, what felt right within me. I stopped trying to be that people pleaser, and it did not matter. Hey, you had your life. I played that role, but I'm not that puppet that you can pull on that string anymore. And you cannot dominate me, dictate my life, control me. I'm not giving you that power any longer. And I cut it off. I had an experience with the dark night of the ego, the dark night of the soul. And when I went through that process of that, and I did videos on that, somewhere in that process, I left my body. I don't know how I was gone for several, maybe a couple hours or so. But when I came back, my whole life began to change. There was a whole new being, a whole new me. Destiny was truly born. And this is the essence of doing what you love, when you start doing things that make you feel good. And this is the essence of things that makes you feel like you're whole, totally complete and healthy, whole, healed. When you start listening to that subtle voice inside of you. The problems start when you listen too much to the outside sources and the outside voices. That's where the problem started. Because we always looking for everything on the outside of us, baby. People, let me tell you, I done told you, everything that you need is within you. And that's that war between your soul, your beautiful soul, and that dark night, that enemy of the ego. And those two war. The ego is warring against your soul, because the ego is trying to pull you back so you won't reach your soul, your higher state of being. And everything that's sending these voices outside is your ego. It's that control mechanism. It's that power to dominate you and manipulate you and keep your life in a downward spiral, so you'll never reach your greater self. And that's what been our problems, because we always looking outside for answers, always looking outside for who we are, or what is our purpose is. And we always looked outside, but you gotta go deep within you, because the kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven is within you. You are your God conscious self. You are God. I think it was Songs 82 and 6. Songs, go to your Bible, Songs 82 and 6. And there was another scripture, I think it was in John, New Testament, but I got videos on that too. So we start to think that we are doing it wrong. When we just start going outside and listening to everything else and watching what everybody else is doing, and we start saying, okay, well, I'm doing this wrong. Get your eyes off of people. Put your eyes on the path and the journey that the Creator has laid out for you. And you stop listening to what people are telling you to do. Hey, we've been a puppet, I said, on the string for our entire life. We've been controlled, manipulated in our entire life. It's time to cut the string, baby. Cut the string. Let them know. You better go find you someone else to tie up to. I am not tied. My soul is not tied to my ego. My soul is no longer tied to my ego. My ego no longer has the power over me. And that's where we go wrong. So I went through one of these periods myself, and I did. I went through it, like I said, and I just I was played a fool. And not just sometimes, but it was all the time. But I think my God, my higher, greater conscience, my divine power, my divine source, and the God within me, that one day He awakened me to my higher and greater self. And it was a journey that it started slowly, but eventually He kept growing me, because I wanted to know more. I wanted Him to show me more. I want to know what my purpose was. I want to know who I am. I began to follow Him. And the way that I began to follow Him, I let go of all the bitterness and all the hatred and all the despair spite that I felt toward other people for what they done to me, how they hurt me, how they manipulated me, how they used me, how they controlled me, how they kept me at a place where I was always in lack because I always want to just pour out everything to help other people. But he restored my soul. Yea, though I had walked in the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil at that point because I know my God, my divine creator, was within me. His rod and his staff, it comforts me. And he led me from out of that ego into my greater, higher self. Now I see that while it was a period of struggle and those things I just said and all those things that happened to me, I can see why it was a period of struggle. I got to the place that I did not want to live one time. I wanted to die because I was tired of hurting. I was tired of so much pain. I was tired of so much depression, anxiety, fear, feeling unloved. I was so tired of being everybody's little whatever they call her and she'd come running. Call on her, she'd come running. She'll do whatever you say. You say jump and all you have to say hi, and I did it. And I see that while it was that period of struggle, and it also helped me to go deeper into what worked for me. And when I found me, my purpose, when I found my true identity, and when I found destiny, I found my life a year ago. I truly found it. During the process of this journey that I was on since 2014, it took me 4 years to really come into my true identity and knowing who I am. And I found out why I was sent here. I found my purpose. So, what is inner wisdom? And this video may be a little longer, so you can break it down however you want to do, but I got to get this done. You may get nudges from your soul by getting inspirational thoughts, and it may be an unexplainable feeling that gets you into action. Or you may see an image in your mind, and I know we see images all the time because I know I do, and something always trying to, don't fall for everything that you see. Life is an illusion. And most of the time we are seeing through these two eyes in front of us, you are going to see illusion. You got to get to this eye right here. And that's that third eye. That's your first eye, really. That's the eye, the all-knowing eye. That's the seeing eye. Sees everything. And the world matrix, they had their hands on us because that's what they said, the Illuminati, that third eye. They didn't want us to know the truth. That third eye is your first eye. Ain't nothing got to do with no Illuminati. They still told us the lies about all of that because they didn't want us to really know that the pineal gland, this third eye, was your all-seeing eye. It sees everything and it will see your higher, greater spiritual self. Goodness, I just don't know how we got into this place. But my inner wisdom is a blend of all the above that I just explained and I just talked to you about from my beginning of my journey to 2014 all the way up to where I am today. And when I truly became open to my truly higher and greater self, and I finally realized what my purpose in life, and God showed me why I was sent here, and that was in October 2018. I said it's been a year ago, and I can say thank you. My fight and my war with people was over. I love everybody. I don't have all the hatred and the spite and revenge to get you back because you hurt me. I learned to let it go. That was my inner wisdom. But more often than that, it communicates through feelings. And I like to say that it's like a catwalk. You're walking on you're walking on a thin piece of ice. Maybe I say that. You're just taking yourself and you're going through it and you're going through the whatever it may be. And that's how you feel about life. Or you may be walking, gliding, skipping very carefully, walking all over my body. And I feel my way through life. Every little step, I'm feeling myself through my life. And I still misinterpret the messages sometimes I get. And sometimes, yes, they still get messages. And sometimes I follow fear. Sometimes I give in to resistance. But I learned that it's okay. I just don't stay there, please. I have to reprogram my mind myself. And I have to attune myself with my soul conscious state. And I had to speak to that ego. Go, you stay where you are because you're not taking control over me anymore. So that's okay. I learned. I got the power. I got the control over my life. And this doesn't have to be serious. And you can play and experiment. And you got to see what messages that you may get. Because that's the only way that you're going to learn it. That's the only way that you're going to be able to figure out this sometimes. Sometimes you just got to put yourself in the game. And you just got to suit up and say, I'm ready. And you just say, okay, whatever message that you want to throw out there, you bring it. But whatever message is not from my soul conscious, my higher great self, you will not trick me and keep me in my lower state. I am now at the place I will pass the test because my soul conscious is already them giving you the thumbs up. So you better keep moving forward. So how to listen to your inner wisdom? With that said, let's look at how to connect to your inner wisdom. I'm going to give you some key pointers. Number one, you got to calm down. And I'm trying to work on that with my last few videos. I used to get so emotional because that was just who I am. That's all I know. A lot of things was so raw, was so real. I have been through them. And when I'm talking to you guys out there, I'm reliving those experiences. And those things was just like slapping me. And I just get so emotional. And I would start talking so rapidly and so rampant. And I'm calming down. I'm learning to calm down. And when my mind is calm, the connection of my inner wisdom is strongest. When my mind is in turmoil, I try not to make any decisions because I don't have to access to my catwalk, to my skating on ice. I am in control. I choose what I want to walk on. I choose what I want to skate on. So if I am in a negative state, I might go for a walk. I might get out there in nature and hug some trees and lay up against a tree and shed some tears and say, I love you and I just need you to breathe some energy into me. I'll kick off my shoes and put my bare feet in the sand. I'll sit out there in the grass and I'll look up at the sun and the skies and whatever, and I'll talk to the divine creator. Or I can sit and meditate, which I do every single morning. Or I sit and I'll do affirmations and I declare my life the way that I want to live my life. I am whole. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am authentic. I am my greater and higher self. I am God. I am my divine. I mean, I just do meditations. I don't necessarily try to get rid of all the negativity because I know who I am. And I know where the power lies. The power lies within me. But I simply stop what I'm doing and I just take a break. And I just tell negativity, you gotta take a back seat. And I allow the positivity side of my life. I know it's dominating me and it's in control of my life. And I say, you take the wheel. And I begin to turn on my positive thoughts and my positive thinking. I allow my positive vibes and my positive energy to get it flowing. I get to dancing, I get to singing. I love singing. I make up songs all the time, just come out of the top of my head. Woo, living my higher, greater self, and that's me. So when I take time out gradually, and yourself, when you take time out gradually, your calm will be returned to you along with the connection to your wisdom. You got to remain calm. And number two, you got to stop trying so hard. Whew. And I'm good at bullying life into place. I want to figure it all out. That's how I used to be. I want to figure it all out. I want to force results. I was that way. I'm not there like I was a year ago. I mean, God had did a work in my life. He had really transformed me into my greater higher self. But I was good at bullying into place. Like I was good at bullying life into place. I want to figure it all out now. I gotta have it right now, right now. And I was that microwave person, quick, fast, and hurry, give it to me. And I want to force results. I want it right then. I just want it. If it didn't come right then, I will make it up. And I want to have achieved everything at the moment that I wanted to achieve it. All of my last year's goals. But I know that the more I try to push, the more slowly things went. And it's like getting stuck in quicksand. And if I try to dig my way out, I will only sink in deeper and much deeper. Instead, I had to let myself be pulled out. And that's when the soul was pulling me up from that ego state. And now I'm not listening to my ego programming me and sending all these messages and all these negative thoughts and all these stupidity things and programming me and manipulating me and dominating me and defining me and all that. No, I'm not allowing the ego. I've given my soul. I had the ego death. I crucified that ego. I put it in its place and I said, soul, take me higher. So my soul now is in control, and that's where I'm going to stay with my soul. We have joined ourselves together as one. And now the soul is pulling me every day up because the ego is constantly trying to pull me back down. So I have to let myself be pulled out by my soul. And this doesn't mean I come complacent. It means I notice what I have control over and what I don't. And it goes back to calming down. And when you're worried about what might go wrong in life and you're trying to fix an imaginary problem, the connection to your heart is severed. Just cut right off. But once you let go and become aware that you don't know where life is going, and one thing you got to come to really know, I know nothing. And when I found this admitted that a year ago, I don't know nothing. That's when life opened up. Everything opened up. I don't know where life is going. That's when you can relax, and that's when peace will come and take you over. That's when love will come and smother you like you've never been smothered in the greatest and most sweetest thing in life, because that's the love of the divine creator. That is that unconditional love from your God. All that will return to you in a pure and the most purest form. Number 3, you got to be patient, and that is a hard one for everybody. Patience is something hard. My inner wisdom shines through when I am patient. Being patient means that you don't have to push it anymore. I don't have to force it anymore. I don't have to worry about it anymore or try to make it work on my own anymore. And the more distance I got, the clearer the signal from my inner wisdom it became. It became clearer, and more clearer. The day will come when your inner voice will say yes to you. For the thing or the things that you long desire, he knows. And when you have that purest, your greater and higher self, and when you are really in tune, your inner voice is going to say, you got it. The universe will say, I got you. So when you want to get feedback from your inner wisdom, get the feedback over a couple of days or more. Just don't pressure on yourself. Just don't put all that pressure and all that stress and that anxiety and that pain. Don't put that on you. Don't put that on yourself to get an answer right now, right then and there, right here, whatever. Trust the universe and believe that the universe has your back and your answer is on its way. Get out into nature and just lose yourself into nature, and the universe will send signals and messages, and you gotta be fully conscious, paying attention that you don't miss it. Mistakes to avoid. The biggest pitfall that I've fallen into over and over is stressing about whether or not I am on the right path. And I know we all question that one. But I'm going to tell you today, I'm not stressing it. Listen, guys, get closer. Destiny is not stressing that anymore, because I told you, I truly came totally fully awakened. I know who I am. So I'm not stressing, for I know my path and I know my journey that the Creator, my God, has me on. I know. And I can walk in totally, absolutely confident that the universe is leading and guiding me. I have come to accept that life will take me where I need to go. I have come confidently knowing that my gut intuition will reveal everything that I need to know. It will give me the answers. I don't have to go out here trying to force answers or get answers from anybody else. I don't need nobody dictating my life or trying to tell me what to live. I got my gut intuition. Whew. It's giving me everything that I need. I've come to accept that life will take me where I need to go. I can only do my best with what I have and just trust the universe. And that's it. Totally, absolutely. That is the total key. Do my best and give it over to the universe, to your God, to your divine higher power. And let go of all those things that no longer serve you, of all those things that try to manipulate you and control you and dominate you. Let it go in love. Let it go in peace. Smile genuinely. I mean, you got to be pure. I'm not telling you got to put on a fake personality, a fake self. Be genuine. Be authentic. When you're doing these things, you got to be real. And that's when you come real, life becomes real. So, trust the universe. I don't have to force myself to do anything, because I told you the universe has my back. All I can do is listen to the quiet voice within me and see where it takes me. And I just stay tuned with nature all the time, with God, my divine source, my greater higher power. I don't know if the struggles that I'm going through today or what will help me to get to where I need to be. I don't have to worry about it. I stay positive. I keep my mind stayed on Him, and He keeps me in perfect peace. I put a guard over my lips. I watch the words that comes out of my mouth. I set my day. Every time I get up, I command my day. I take hold of all the things that are around me. And if it's not where I want it to be, and if it's not positive, if it's not who the Creator say who I am, I tell it to go where it need to go, because it has no place in me. I put an eviction on my ego, on all the negativity and the lies and all the manipulation. It cannot take residence up in me anymore. I have the power and control. But when you're honest with yourself, truly, truly honest and so sincere and so in one and so connected with your divine source, your God, then you'll realize that you don't know what's going on in your life, because the universe has it. And you trust in the universe, and you're walking around with that smile. You got no fears, no worries, no anxiety. You got none of that stuff. You don't have control over it. You can just let it go. You got to take your power back, though. Take your power back. Give it over. Let it go. All you can do is live life to the best of your ability. Live to be your beautiful, authentic self. Know who you are, your purpose, and just live life. Trust your authentic, beautiful self, your divine self, your God within you. And love people. Please love people genuinely. Don't be fake with people. Don't be angry with people. Don't be bitter. Don't be rebellious. Don't be revengeful. Don't say, oh, well, you hurt me. I'm going to hurt you back. I got to get you back. No, no, let it go. And allow the peace of God that surpasses all understanding to keep your heart and mind totally in perfect peace. Let it go. So, what you need to remember. So, when I started reading about living a heart-based life, and when I got to study about the 7 major chakras, and when I learned about the heart chakra, my whole life changed. I thought that I could just tap into my inner wisdom and my life would be filled with euphoria. But I've since realized that life is filled with life, which means both ups and downs, good and bad, right and wrong, beautiful or ugly, sweet or sour. Life is life. Life is beautiful. We see individual events as bad because we isolate them. We separate everything. We separate ourselves from everything. Even from the people that we say that are part of us. We are all one. However, we don't know where we are going or what path that we're on may look like. We just know that we're on a spiritual journey and we're moving and transcending to our higher and greater self. And as long as you know that your God, your Creator is in control, hey, trust the ride and just ride it out. But you keep your focus in front of you and stop looking from behind. Because what's behind you, it has no control over you unless you turn back to it. I discovered the more fun I have in life, the smoother, more sweeter the ride goes for me. I don't take life too seriously because I am giving my total self over to my divine source, my God, the universe, meaning that I don't have to panic when things happen. When something happens in life, I don't have to panic and freak out and allow fear to take control over me. I stand up and say, no, you don't have that kind of power. I am my power and my strong warrior self. And I just do me. I be me and I live me. And I don't try to live anything else up outside of me or anybody else trying to dictate my life. I just let life happen. I don't have to panic when something happens. He loves me so unconditionally. He loves me. He loves me with peace. He loves me with joy. He loves me with totally healthy body and wholesome body. He loves me. He just loves me. So in the end, your inner wisdom is always there. Just know it. It's always there. So just like the sun is behind the clouds on a rainy day, waiting for you to relax, all you have to do, baby, listen, people, is calm down. Pay attention to the universe. Pay attention. Listen to the voice of your God. Listen to the voice of your Creator. He's calling you to a higher and greater self. Shut out the voices of your ego. That part that's trying to keep you in your lower density, your lower state of being. He don't control you all your life. He don't wreck your life. He don't mess your life up. He don't brought every bad thing into your life that have left you in pain and anxiety and fear and hurt and abuse and all those worries and all the things you've been to and you've been lied to about who you are, your identity. They don't told you and label you with all crazy stupidness. We believe them. From our little childhood through school, right through our Christianity, through church. Stop listening to people. Your Creator, He already done given you your identity, your purpose. You got to open your heart up, your mind, your soul consciousness has to be awakened. So your kingdom of heaven, your crown will be open. Just calm down and pay attention. And don't be in a rush. Don't try so hard. Stop trying. Trust the universe. But have fun and notice how your inner voices works. It's your soul consciousness within you that's trying to lead you to your greater and higher self, your beautiful, authentic self. It's trying to lead you all the way to your crown chakra, your kingdom of heaven. That is the kingdom of God. It is within you. Guys, I have said it all. Drop comments in the comment box. Hit the bell notification if you want to get more videos like this. Talk to me. Tell me what Destiny can do to help you. I love you guys. I'm out of here. I know it was long. Namaste. I just came to do what the universe, my God, has given me to do. Guys, I say I love you. I'll see you at the next video. Take this real serious. You are not your thoughts. Know the ego from your soul. Your ego is your lower consciousness. Your soul is your higher, greater self. That's your place that your God is trying to get you to your higher, greater self so you can open up your whole spiritual being to your beautiful, authentic self. On that further note, guys, good night, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste. Thank you for sharing this with me. I love you guys. Bye.